connectivity to the charging station, the divine charging station that's always available. Let's allow for all healing, all healings known and unknown. Simply allow for divine healing. Wholeness. Wellness. Allness. Simply allow for all healings to take place right here and right now. Restoration. Divine connectivity. And at your own pace and in your own time, if you're willing, allow for the increase now to the volume button, to the connectivity button, to the divine connection. See how it feels to increase at your control, by your command. Open now to divine insight. Receptive now to divine wisdom. By your willingness, allow for divine revelation. Remind yourself and declare that all that comes forth to you is for your highest and best good now. To say to yourself, all that comes forth for me is for my highest and best good now. All that comes forth for me is for my highest and best good right now. All that comes forth for me is for my highest and best good now. And so with this next breath, just allow for the heart space to fill with gratitude. Gratitude for all the healing, all the transformation, all the revelation, all the insight and divine wisdom, all the demonstrations for your highest and best good continue to pour forth. And with our exhalations, we release and surrender anything and everything that does not match the highest frequency, the highest vibration of truth. No longer has any power and no longer has any hold. And we just allow for the divine to have its full sway. Highly charged by your willingness. And once again, with our breathing, we breathe in gratitude, and with our exhalation, release even more gratitude into the sanctuary space. Bringing ourselves back to the body temple. You may want to just gently rub the feet against the floor and tap the fingertips together as you're coming back fully and completely to this present moment. And in your own pace and at your own time, gently allow for the outer eyelids to open. As we rest in this field of gratitude, this energetic soil for healing and transformation, for demonstration, for manifestation, for everybody's individual highest and best good, and the collective highest and best good. So miracles in spirit are ordinary. I call them forth for each of us now. And this concludes the meditation portion of today's service. To each of you, I'm profoundly grateful and deeply thankful. Namaste.
Thank you, Brother Mark. It was beautiful. It's always a discovery. Every time we meditate, it's a discovery. I've been saying for 20 years or more, putting it in my songs repeatedly, there is no separation. And I do believe that. Yet, our physical experience flies in the face of that every day, all the time. We appear separate. And it's hard to root that out entirely. So we have this song, our first opening song. It's a beautiful song, Eddie Watkins Jr., We Come Together. Yet aren't we always together? That's a metaphysical reality, of course. Physical reality, of course. We're not always together. But in spirit, we are. So this is to recognize where the metaphysical and the physical meet. Take a look at the person next to you, and then just think this. God loves you and I love you too, which is redundant. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice or in your mind, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. And feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed or color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. And feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. You got it? Let me hear you. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and beautiful, blessed morning.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, everybody. It was rousing. It was rousing. I love to hear it. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Spiritual Center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook and live, watch us remotely on YouTube. My name is Eileen, and it is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a new, fresh way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to greet you properly. Oh, wonderful. Nice to see you with us today. Thank you for being here. And a gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones, and you can put them away safely so you can enjoy the service more fully and completely. Once again, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in, so get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. So get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. So get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, get ready, get ready, oh, get ready, get ready, get ready, my soul.
And so inviting you now to breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's breathe that in together. Let it be a healing breath. Let it be a cleansing breath. And with our exhalation, let's release and surrender all lower frequencies, all lower vibrations that no longer serve us for our highest and best good. Just let them go through your feet to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, refresh, restore, make new. Let them go through the pores of your skin, back to the ethers, back to the nothingness from which they came. If it no longer serves you, I'm inviting you to leave it here. Plant it in the garden. We leave it in the rose bushes as we leave the space. We leave it as fertilizer. We bless and release all that no longer serves as we breathe in another divine, sacred, and holy breath together. Expanding our awareness, expanding our consciousness, allowing for our highest possibility yet to be, to take place right here and right now. Just by your willingness, by your readiness, by your receptivity, by your allowing. The all good that is always waiting to impress itself upon us is just looking for an opening. So declare for yourself this day, and if you want to say it out loud with me, I am that opening. I am that opening for the divine. I am that opening for the divine. And this is the truth that I know this day. I know that all healings, I know that any wellness that's needed is given freely by the Spirit that created each of us whole, complete, and perfect, nothing missing, lacking, needing, or wanting. Just see that for yourself now. And let's speak our own names out loud in the sanctuary space. Brother Mark. All those who we hold about prayer this day, just say the names out loud in the sanctuary space. Vasily, Tatiana, Gabe, Ed, Marie, Vladimir. See them in your mind's eye as whole, complete, perfect, a masterpiece, the divine masterpiece. Now, when you're ready, just join me in the idea, the highest idea for peace. We must first find whatever we're going to offer within ourselves. So I'm inviting us now to access that place of peace within ourselves. The peace that passes human understanding. Let's connect to that together and send a web through the open double doors of the sanctuary, through the rooftop of our sanctuary space, through the city, blessing all the riders of the bikes for today's race. See them divinely protected and guided. Now we take this peace that passes human understanding throughout all of California. See it now go through all the states that border California. See it from the mountains to the seas to the stars to the galaxies to the cosmos. See it passing the oceans. See it going to all places in struggle, conflict, and strife. Join me in dropping a hermetically sealed peace bubble over Ukraine, every city, village, and town, border to border, north to south, east to west. See this same idea of peace in the Gaza Strip and Israel, Palestine, the Sudan, Armenia, all places that are in active struggle and strife, including even famine in the year 2025. See with me, join with me in our mind's eye, critical aid and supplies, humanitarian aid and supplies, food, water, all that's needed. Reach all those in critical need right here and right now. See world leaders change their minds and policy positions toward peace, about peace, for peace now. No explanation required, wanted, or needed. See that the spiritual idea of peace has its full sway now. Nothing can stop it. And join me on this rock of truth, where I shall not be moved nor swayed from this place until it is made so on earth. So I bless the service as it continues to unfold with the magnificent music of Al Yankee. Let it open your soul. Let it heal any wounded place. Let it transform and transmute any lower frequency and vibration into wholeness itself, to joy itself, to mercy itself, to grace itself, to divine wisdom, insight, and intelligence itself. I bless the board meeting that will happen after. I bless all of it and name it good and very good, despite the winces and the frowns that I just saw. I'm naming it good and very good. I'm naming divine order and harmony as the order of the day, because I can feel it. Can you feel it? Let the feeling happen. Let the feeling heal. Whoa, that even rhymes. Let the feeling heal. Just say for yourself, I let the feeling heal me now. Do you? All right, then join me in saying, and so it is. All right, and now, thank you all. And Eileen's coming forth for the reading.
Dust off your tired feet. Re-enter your sacred story. Unearth memories long forgotten in the crevices of your heart. No matter if you believe that ruin is there, because under layers of emotional sediment and pain, you can find your most brilliant gifts, talents, your truth, your voice, your unique genius. If you dare to stay a little longer, stars will fall on your being. Your bones will awaken. The soil of your soul ready to receive new seeds of hope, a path unfolding as you breathe in cosmic energy, raining upon your being, and you feel seen, heard, empowered, and uplifted. To stand in your power, to walk the earth with reverence, hearing the calling from deep within, to heal, to witness your becoming who you are meant to be, to fulfill your purpose, because the wound of the world bleeds, asking you to be mended by your medicine, your knowledge, your deep knowing, your love and care. This is a poem by Karina Luna Dia.
This song was written by a teenage girl, and I don't believe that there is a song that has a more perfect description of visioning. me kind, sweet destiny carried me through desperation, always there waiting for me. It took so long, but still I believed somehow the thing that I needed would find me eventually. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. Pray through the nights, felt so alone, and suffered through alienation, carried the weight on my own. Had to be strong, or so I believed, and now I know I've succeeded in finding the place I conceived. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I've realized a dream and visualized everything coming to me. I feel so alive, so thankful I've received the answer heaven sent down to me. Pray through the night, down on my knees, knowing the thing that I needed would find me eventually. It treated me kind, sweet destiny, and I'm eternally grateful for ecstasy found in release. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I'll ever need.
Al Yankee. And so, good morning, everybody. My name is Brother Mark. I'm a practitioner emeritus here, and it's always a joy and an honor and a privilege to be with you. Do you know what we're going to do today? We're going to work a little bit. And before we work, I'm going to talk about Passover, because for those who are celebrating Passover, there's a little bit about that in my notes. Visioning is something we're going to talk about today and do a little practical application of that as well. So, I believe Passover is right here and right now being celebrated. Is that correct? It started Saturday, April 12th, and ends at nightfall, April 20th. It's a celebration of freedom, which celebrates the liberation of the Israelis from bondage in Egypt. It's observed with the Seder meal, and also abstaining from leavening foods. Passover resonates with what is currently happening in the world, the conflicts in the Middle East and Ukraine, and wherever there's conflict. So it honors tradition. It has something to do with the retelling of the Exodus story and the abstaining from leavening foods, as I said before. The ancient festival speaks powerfully to what's happening in the present moment in our world. Passover reminds us of the enduring human longing for deliverance, freedom, peace, and the promise of a new beginning. Additionally, we're remembering the plights of refugees, migrants, and sojourners to the U.S. and other lands. In the 8 days of Passover and always, we hold the right of freedom in our hearts and advocate in world and deed for liberation and social justice for everyone. And that's from Scott Aubrey in Spiritual Passages. There's a quote, too, from Rabbi Sharon Brous. The idea that it's possible to move from slavery to freedom, from darkness to light, and from despair to hope. That is the greatest Jewish story ever told. And so we honor those celebrating this Passover. I believe next week is Easter Sunday as well, right? So I want to invite you now to be thinking of anything that you may be willing to be resurrected from, and bring that with you. Think about it all week and bring it with you next Sunday, and we'll celebrate Easter Sunday together. So for today's topic, visioning. How many people have been in an actual visioning session before? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, more? Okay, so it's been popular for many, many years. I would say, I know that the center that I came from, Agape, was founded after visioning. And the idea of visioning is that people get together and you go through a series of questions. You may want to grab a pen, or if there's pens, we may want to hand them out, pen or pencils. You go through a series of questions and see what might come to your mind. And then you jot them down. So we're actually going to do it. And before we do it, and I don't want you to go, you don't have to worry about what's on the paper right now. We're going to just go one question at a time. I want you to be here in the moment. Where do you think the visioning comes from? You're like pointing up? Where does the vision come from? The mind. Barbara's saying the mind, saying the heart. Where does the vision come from? Where does the vision come from? Universal consciousness. Where does the vision come from? Spirit. Where does the vision come from? Divine. Right, divine intelligence. Where does the vision come from? God. Okay. Yes. Where does the vision come from? So this is awesome that we're headed in the correct direction. I want to give you some of the things that I've learned over the years and just see if they ring true for you as well. If something comes to you and it's on your to-do list already, it's not part of the vision. It's just part of the to-do list. If it's coming to you in a word or phrase or symbol or any of your senses, right? Let's name all the senses. Sight, touch, hearing, taste, feeling, smell. Yeah, we're going to use all the senses as well. If it's something, even a word or symbol that you've never seen before, I think it's divine insight. If it's a word or a couple words that you don't normally use, I think it's divine insight. In my experience over 25 or more years, if it's something that I say all the time, it's something that I say all the time. And it always works. So I don't want you to get hung up on something must come to me today. Vision always works because it's like a seed. We're planting a seed of our willingness to be guided even higher than we already are. It's potentiality. So let's start with the first question and see how we do. And let's first just exhale out 3 times in a row, if you would, all that's preceded this moment in time. Just let that go. And with our in-breath, I'm proclaiming it to be divine, sacred, and holy. And allowing you now to connect. We did that in the meditation. But let's connect to this divine that's always waiting to impress itself upon us even more fully, even more completely than at any other point in time. And I'm inviting you to consider this question. What is the highest vision for my life? 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 If nothing comes, it's absolutely fine. You'll be driving someday and sometime, and boom, answers shall come. What is the highest vision for my life? Reunion with the divine. Nice. What is the highest vision for my life? Remember who I am. And one of our prior reverends, we used to say, remember whose I am. I like that one. All right, question 2. What must I embrace? What must I embrace? What must I embrace? I must embrace love for all humanity. I must embrace spirit. I must embrace fear, pain. I must embrace positivity. I missed one of the dollars. Surrender. What must I embrace? And just take a moment, connect to this highest place within you, and let's just in the stillness see what might come forth for you. Remembering you can use all of your senses as well. What must I embrace? Nature. What must I embrace? Faith. What must I embrace? Pain, did somebody say? Change. What must I embrace? Forgiveness. And there's a tool that's coming to me to remind you that we've spoken about before, but sometimes if you're right-handed as I am and you put the pen in your non-dominant hand, the left hand, and just set it to the paper, sometimes it may move. If it moves, that's also a way to access the highest place within you, to give a clue or a word, and you may have to follow the writing to receive what it is. What must I embrace? This might be real. This might be, see, it should be not something we're comfortable with. Inability. Inevitability of unwanted events. What must I embrace? Did we say it? Did we say it the right way? Yeah. All right, we're going to just take a last moment for what must I embrace? What must I release? Any negativity. What must I release? The past. What must I release? Ego. What must I release? Fear. What must I release? Future. What must I release? Judgment. What must I release? Others holding me back. Wow. Andrea. Can they? What must I release? Limitations. I must release teenage sassiness. What must I release? Toxic thoughts. Beautiful. Wow. Give that man a crown. What must I release? Judgment. What must I release?
My self-will.
Self-will. Resistance. What must I release? Scarcity. What must I release? Doubt. Good. What must I release? And while we're getting final responses to what must I release, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about visioning, and we'll go to the next few questions. So if we were to say, for example, and we may do this again in the next 6 months, if we're doing this now for our own lives, but you can do it at your workplace, you can do it for your relationship. You could just take these same questions and do it for about anything. And so let's say it's for your relationship, or let's say it's for this church center, CRS Redlands. We would then be listening in the sharing for what came through to multiple people. Does that make sense? So we heard surrender or fear as being released. And so what comes through from multiple people is the message for whatever it is the vision is. For today, we're doing it for ourselves. But does that make sense? I want to encourage you to take the same questions. If you're a leader in a workplace and it matters to you, if it doesn't matter to you, you're not going to take it to your workplace. But if your workplace matters to you, you could take it to your workplace. You could take it to your personal lives, your relationships, anywhere. Dynamics you're having with the sassy teenagers. You could just take these questions to the sassy teenagers. And then they're buying in to how to make whatever it is even more beautiful. All right, so the last question we did together was, what must I release? Did everybody have enough time with that one? Now comes my favorite ones, which are the senses. What does it look like? What does it look like? Light. What does it look like? Harmony. What does it look like? Joy. What does it look like? Peace. What does it look like? What does it look like? It's felt? Felt? Like a feeling. Fulfilling. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Fulfilling. What does it feel like? Freedom. What does it feel like? Joy. What does it feel like? Likeness? Likeness. What does it feel like? Lightness, are you saying? Lightness. What does it feel like? Deep? Good sleep. What does it feel like? Refreshing. What does it feel like? Calm. What does it feel like? Hopeful. What does it feel like? Confident. What does it taste like? Honey. Sweet. What does it taste like? Peaches. Ripe peaches? What does it taste like? Prime rib. What does it What does it taste like? Tofukin. No. What does it taste like? I loved that question when I first heard it. I was like, that's cool. What does it taste like? Oranges? What does it taste like? Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. What did you say? Exquisite. Something exquisite. It tastes exquisite. All right. Sometimes castor oil. Mm-hmm. What does it smell like? Armani. Is that a cologne? Orange blossoms. Vanilla bean. One time for me, I got gardenia. What does it smell like? Pink jasmine? As opposed to another color jasmine? Do they smell different? Nice. Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. What does it smell like? Lilac. What does it smell like? Lavender? All right, there is a festival coming up, a lavender festival. We ordered lavender pizza. And it smells like a baby. Like baby fresh. I love that. What does it smell like? Coffee? Nice, good coffee. Puppy breath. What does it smell like? And I was out, you may wonder what I do. Sometimes I go out with the mic and I'm smelling the roses out front before I come in. I couldn't get a good breath, good smell of them. Well, on the way out, try it for yourself because they're just in bloom. They're beautiful. They're just doing themselves, right? I'm doing myself. I'm blooming and growing. Don't worry about it if you're not watering me, people. That's what was said before is others cannot hold me back. I'm a rose bush. Yes. I shall bloom. Wait till you see them as you go out. They're gorgeous. So what does it smell like? I love some of them. I love all the sharing. Good. Ocean breeze. You like fresh cut grass? And isn't it funny? I was growing up allergic to that, right? Like, achoo! But I don't know if I still am. Sometimes I walk on it. And this last one, there's a couple more, but bear with me on this one. What symbols or images fit this vision? Really give that a second and see if something comes to you. What symbols or images fit this vision? Your granddaughter? Okay. What symbols or images fit this vision? Okay, good. I saw something like that as well, but I couldn't tell if it was the name for Prince. Is that Prince's name too? Or what was his name? Didn't he just have a symbol? A symbol, but it was something else? Yeah. The artist formerly known as whatever the symbol is. Butterflies. Bodhi tree. A lit candle. What symbols or images fit this vision? Rainbow. A field of flowers. Beautiful. Starry night. Full moon. So just be open to receive if any symbols come to you. Try to jot them down if you're seeing them. Try to see what they, see if they have a meaning, a divine meaning to you. One time we were doing this when we were doing the visioning for this specific center years ago, Eileen, you recall when multiple people had a symbol of a bee. I think I've told this from here before. But we all, like 3 or 4 of us, got a symbol of a bee. And then Eileen used the graphic art skills and came up with a detail bee. And then we were thinking, well, if we do after-school programs, we could have a patch. We could even call it Busy Bees. And then if they graduated, they could get a patch, right? I even saw it on a jacket, like a preppy blazer. So this is a kind of way you can use your vision and then put it into action. My favorite of all time questions is this one, the last one. What else must I know? A lot. What else must I know? To be open to receiving. What else must I know? There's only one God for all people. What else must I know? Gratitude. What else must I know? How to handle gracefully what's coming. That's beautiful. I like how to remain in a state of grace. What else must I know? Staying grounded in the now. What else must I know? And I wanted you to know that some of this, if it comes to you, it's part of building that romance that I was telling you about. At least it was for me. I'm not sure what it will be for you, but I want you to think about it this way, like allow it. Allow it to entertain you. Allow it to inspire you, even after we leave and just for the remainder of time. What else must I know, to me, as long as it's attached to, is from my highest and best good, then I'm into that. What else must I know? That's staying open, that's staying receptive, that's staying awake, alert, alive, aware, conscious, co-creating. Knowing it's already done. Now, sometimes that's hard when we don't see it, and that's really good. That's building faith. What else must I know? There's more out there. And it's pointed out to me today is also Palm Sunday. So we celebrate that as we're moving into Easter week and Holy Week. So this what else must I know, to me, is the romance. As long as you're affirming it's for your highest and best good now, right? It's your soul's journey at this very present moment in time. And Al, if you want to make your way up, we'll go to the closing pretty soon. If that's your option, it's always your option. You can banter and sway. Did everybody feel something that came through for yourselves? And I'm encouraging you to take this with you. Practice it when you wish. Are there questions about visioning? Because we do have a couple more minutes. We can do that. And then I have a closing reading that's kind of dramatic, I thought, for visioning. I thought visioning is perfect before Easter as well, before Easter celebration next Sunday. Yes.
Sometimes building vision boards.
Yeah, okay, so sometimes building vision boards. And I've seen this. I've seen a couple. Has anybody ever watched Hallmark movies? Where you have to hurry and leave or change the channel before the next movie starts because you'll be stuck there another hour and a half or 2 hours? There was one on yesterday about a wish list, and the person was turning 25 and said for every year that they were old that they could write, they wrote down their wishes, and when they turned 30, they finally got wished for all their wishes to come true. And they started coming true. It was like silly because ding dong, and one of the wishes was there. Ding dong, and another, including that at age 7, the character wished that their brother had chickenpox, and their brother was now old and came to stay with her because she had already had chickenpox. Ding dong, and then all the ones came, right? All the ones, and of course, what was the last one? That I find the love of my life, right? And they think that they met somebody that was the love of their life, but it was their best friend since the 3rd grade. Who was the one? He was always there. And at 25, this is important. Hallmark movies can teach us important things. At 25, the dude said, I'm going to tell her how I really feel about her. And he did not. So he wasted, right? In time, there's no waste because of spirit. But in human time, he wasted 5 more years. And then when he told her and she finally realized it, he says, I want to move on with my life. He was just ready to move to New York or something. But then I think they must end up together because that's how all the Hallmark movies end. And always is the kiss at like 5 minutes to 11, like right now. If the movie started at 9, by now somebody would be making a move. All right. So why was I telling you about that? Because we want it, all of our vision, we want to call it forth right here and right now. And we want to just be in a state of expectancy, like a magnet for your highest and best good, all the time. And then you can trust and you can verify, divinely verify, that it's all meant for me now. So if you agree with any of this, let's just say it as an affirmation and we'll go to the closing. I am a magnet for all that is my highest and best good now.
Are you?
Are you? I am a magnet for my good. I can feel it. And I stay in this feeling. Do you? All right. Are you guys ready for the closing? And this is posted by something called Ascension Dragon on Facebook. And if Al wants to play anything, he can. And if you want to allow your outer eyelids to close, you may. Imagine the atom, a structure once believed to be the smallest indivisible piece of matter. But as our vision sharpened and our understanding deepened, the atom unfolded before us, revealing not solidity, but a strange emptiness. It became less a particle and more an expression of energies, spiraling in patterns too intricate to fully see, like the whirling dance of a miniature tornado held in place by forces unseen. This emptiness, this nothingness within the atom is not a void to be dismissed. It is a rich, pulsing field of possibility, a weaving of energy waves that vibrate and breathe. At its core lies a paradox. The closer we peer, the less we find. What was once thought to be substance dissolves into waveforms, into pure potential. And in this, the atom becomes not an object, but a gateway, inviting us to step beyond the physical into the deeper layers of reality itself. As we journey deeper from the familiar into the atomic, then into the subatomic, we are drawn toward the heart of an ancient truth. We approach the nothingness, yet it feels like an ascent toward everything. As if the more we strip away a form, the closer we come to the source, the unity, the oneness from which all arises, the essence that resides. There is no mere emptiness, but a boundless, eternal presence, omnipresent and infinitely interconnected. In the heart of this nothing lies the mystery of existence itself. Echoing across space and time, the atom then becomes a whisper from the cosmos, reminding us that all of creation is connected, and that in our core, in our essence, we too are made of the same nothingness, the same everything, bound in the great oneness of all. Thank you all so much for participating in this visioning exercise. Namaste.
I have a vision of love. It's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need.
And now if we could get help, the ushers coming forth, it's our conscious time of giving. I invite you to take your tithes, your gifts, your offerings. We're going to bless them and multiply them. If you want to still make a donation to Ukraine, to the fundraiser, you may do that. I believe at the last count it was just around $1,000 raised, so thank you to the musicians. And thank you to our accounting team. There's a Lucite box up front. It's still okay to give extra donations for Ukraine, or if you want to give them by credit card, you can see David as well. So we take our tithes and our gifts and our offerings, and if you want to repeat this affirmation after me, we'll say it together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Thank you for giving, and thank you for receiving, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing, and thank you for believing, and thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. You are the vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you, oh thank you for being who you are.
So I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. I invite all those within the sound of my voice to figure out how to click on the button and let us know from where you're watching and donate. Know that the same portal from which we give is the same portal from which we receive. See with me that what's raised is what's sufficient to continue the mission of CRS Redlands, which is a vision in the mind of spirit that continued for 70 years, and let's see it continue another 70 plus years. Together we say, and so it is. And Eileen is coming forward with the announcements. Wow. And thank you, Al, again, always. My pleasure to be with you. I appreciate you.
Got a few announcements here. Plan to attend the Inland Empire Almanac hosted by Phil, right there. That's this Saturday, the 19th at 2 o'clock. Is that correct? 1:30? What is it? What is it, Phil?
It's in humorous therapy for what's been going on in the world. Gentlemen's going to be playing Al. There's some great stuff lined up for us. Just to see you all there. The hot dog guy will be here at 1 o'clock. Half of his money goes to the Redlands Animal Shelter. And then 2 o'clock is the any questions?
Thank you, Phil. And today at 11:45 a.m. is our board meeting. And at the beginning of every board meeting, we do have an opportunity for any member or any visitor or any person who would like to come and say a few things. If they want to be heard before the board, there is that opportunity. We have that space at the beginning of the meeting. Join Jim Crump for the Tao Te Ching on the third Mondays of each month, April 21st, at 6 to 9 here in the sanctuary. 6 to 9 seems like a daunting time, but I tell you, it goes fast. It really does. I didn't think that, oh my goodness, that's 3 hours, what are we going to do? But you do, you fill it up. It's very interesting. Join Brother Mark last Sunday of April on the 27th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Zoom. Ask for the Zoom link. 100% of all donations go to the general fund. Stay with us after service for potluck and snacks and fellowship. And I just want to briefly say that this is the last Sunday of the Redlands Bicycle Classic. It is literally the most exciting day of the whole race, especially when it comes to the end and it's the men and the women, and they start racing downtown, and then for several loops, and then they have to go on up to the sunset, and there's a huge course up there, and they are just going crazy, and then they come back down, and when they come around that corner, when they're coming down, they are absolutely screaming fast, and it is exciting. You are invited to rise for the closing song as the ushers open the double doors. Thank you all so much for being here.
So grab those shakers. I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I stirred it up. I spent my days in quiet desperation. On the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lies, the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes. Come on now. Going with my mind. Loving with my heart. Walking with my eyes wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. I am going with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Now I am walking